How do you choose the right CPU for your computer? Imagine building a computer that runs smoothly no matter what you throw at it. Picking the right central processing unit is the first step to making that happen. The process starts with understanding what you'll use your computer for most often. If you only browse the internet, check emails, or do basic tasks, an entry-level processor like an Intel Core i3 or an AMD Ryzen 3 will do just fine. But if you're into gaming, photo editing, or multitasking with several applications open at once, you'll want a mid-range CPU such as an Intel Core i5 or an AMD Ryzen 5. For heavy-duty work like video editing, 3D rendering, or running virtual machines, high-end options like Intel Core i7 or i9 or AMD Ryzen 7 or 9 are better suited. Next, look at how many cores and threads the CPU has. Cores are like individual brains inside the processor that handle different tasks. More cores mean better multitasking. Threads are virtual cores that help with parallel tasks. For everyday use and most games, 4 to 8 cores with hyperthreading or simultaneous multithreading work well. But if you plan to do a lot of video editing or run servers, you might want 8 or more cores. Clock speed is another key factor. Measured in gigahertz, it shows how many cycles the CPU can complete each second. A higher clock speed can make your computer feel faster for single-threaded tasks like web browsing or simple applications. But don't just chase high gigahertz numbers. Balance clock speed with the number of cores based on what you need your computer to do. It's also smart to consider the CPU's architecture and generation. Newer generations usually have better instructions per clock, which means they do more work with each cycle. They also tend to be more power efficient and support newer features. For example, a recent generation CPU might outperform an older one even if it has a lower clock speed. Thermal design power, or TDP, tells you how much heat the CPU produces and how much power it needs. Higher TDP CPUs requiring better cooling systems. If your case has limited space or your cooling options are simple, choose a CPU with lower TDP to keep everything running smoothly. Compatibility is another big piece of the puzzle. CPUs fit into specific sockets on the motherboard. Before buying, check that your motherboard supports the socket type and chipset of the CPU. If you upgrade to a newer CPU, you might need a new motherboard. Some CPUs support overclocking, but that also requires a compatible motherboard and cooling system. Budget is always a factor. High-end CPUs cost more and consume more power. For most users, mid-range processors provide excellent performance without breaking the bank. Avoid overspending on a CPU that's more powerful than what you actually need. Finally, think about future-proofing. If you want your system to stay relevant longer, choose a CPU that supports the latest technologies like PCI Express 4.0 or 5.0, faster DDR memory standards, or artificial intelligence acceleration. This way, you can upgrade other components later without needing a whole new system. In the end, picking the right CPU is about matching its core count, clock speed, architecture, and power needs to your specific tasks. Make sure it's compatible with your motherboard and cooling system. Balancing performance, cost, and future technology support will help you select a processor that keeps your computer running well now and in the years to come.